You welcome back, gentlemen. Today is a Tuesday poll day, so we're gonna get our rows in. And I woke up pretty good, and I was like, I got outside to like warm up my car, and it's freezing today. It was supposed to snow. It's supposed to snow a little bit today. It didn't look like it, but like all the little water droplets on my car were just frozen ice drops. So make sure I don't sit around. But yeah, I was like listening. I usually listen to like some, audio book or like some scripture at nighttime. And I just don't understand why some people put in certain voices, like a certain style of voice in their audiobook. It was just so like old and creepy. I was like, man, I woke up because my alarm went on, and I was going in and out of like deep sleep, and I could hear the voice, and I was like, who the hell is that? And I like removed that out of my night track. I was like, I don't know why they have like weird people that sound all vengeful in there. I'm like, you guys don't know what the spirit of Christ is. Well, anyway, guys, we're on the way to the gym, and it's 5:27, so we're on time. I feel like I'm gonna have to start waking up like 15 minutes earlier, 4:45, because I usually end up only being able to get on the treadmill for 15 minutes at the end of my workout. 15, 20 minutes if it's going fast, but because I need to get on there for not at least, but 30 minutes on an incline to be able to at least get my steps in. It's not, end of the world to be down by like 15 minutes because I can make it up at, walking around work. But I would just like to know that once I hit the gym, I finished all my gym needs. So yeah. And then last night we were working on that project, and again, man, I ended up not going to sleep on time, but it was for a good reason. I was or I stayed up late for the right reason, and I have been last week staying up late for the right reasons because I was working on projects. It wasn't because I was, messing around or doing something that's not part of my purpose. So that's why I don't feel bad. But I still need to knock up, prioritize my sleep a little bit higher. And sometimes just after the whole day of work and stuff, you feel like, man, I need like if a day had an extra 3 hours, we live by 27-hour blocks. That would be cool. Well, we only work with 24. So, and I was like praying and like reflecting last night, and I was like wondering what it looks like. Looks like we're just gonna have to stay at work. 'Cause I know I made that promise. I said that in a couple of videos ago where I'm like, hey, we got a good amount of work done at work. After we got off work, we just stayed in the office to work on our stuff. Because by the time you take the train and drive back home, you kind of want to rest a little bit, and you kind of lose momentum. It's just better to stay at the office and just take a little 10-minute 15-minute break or walk around, and then sit back down and get back to work. Because there I'll be able to focus and do what I need to do and do it for like a solid 2-3 hours straight, uninterrupted. So that would just require me to bring a little extra, like an extra meal with me to work, so I don't get all hungry, and then just power through. And it looks like I'll have to do that at least twice a week, maybe for the next 3 weeks. Because last night I did figure out a good amount of things figured out a lot of things where I'm like, okay, this is how looks like this is how my new schedule is gonna look like. 'Cause my posting is gonna be changing up soon, because I'm actually gonna start creating real presentations and changing up the direction of the channel a little bit something that's more aligned with my calling, because I'm more of a teacher. I like teaching more than vlogging. I'll still keep vlogging like this here and there, but I'm not gonna be doing it as much. Not as much, because this is not my gift. My gift is teaching, spiritual things, and that's what I get really, excited about. Fitness and all that stuff. It's like just things I care about, but it's not something I can like ramble about for hours on end. I could if I'm in the moment, if I'm motivated or passionate about it in the moment, but that's not where my calling, where I feel life moving through my body. That's not me. So gonna start coming out with those on a regular basis, but that's probably towards the end of this month. And then after I figure out how to continue bringing content on this channel, that'll open. I need to make a smooth operation on that. So it opens up a lot of time for me to work on my main book, because that main book is going to become the core pillar on like everything I do in terms of this channel, creating courses, and my expanding it into like a whole like consulting, kind of spiritual consulting business. So, and then try to figure out, okay, because I'm not going to use YouTube too much for like fitness, I'm going to probably transfer all my fitness stuff to Instagram and TikTok. And then I'll just use shorts from these videos that I'm making here just to also just add volume to my posts on TikTok. Or I'll have to have two different TikTok accounts, one that kind of reflects this channel and then the other one that reflects my fitness. So things to play around with, and then figuring out my link tree and all that stuff. So those will come up, but let's get into our 7-minute name. All right, let's get into our lucky trip. Lucky consistency beats intensity. Productivity / fitness. A workout you repeat beats a perfect workout you quit. That's right. It's not about perfection. It's about getting repetition in to build momentum. Momentum's the most important thing. Don't aim for perfection. Perfectionism will keep you from building up momentum. And if you never build in the momentum, you'll never get the chance to do the reflections, adjustments. You'll get to a point where you've had so much momentum already and repetitions that you would have already surpassed your past self's idea of perfection if you just built momentum and give it a couple of weeks or months. That your level idea of perfection you would have overcame. And that's just always achieve excellence. Excellence just means continuous improvement. It doesn't have an end. It doesn't have, nothing has an end. You just improve, improve, improve. So life only can get better if you're carrying momentum and you're in touch with yourself and in touch with God. It only improves. Doesn't mean there's no valleys though. There's ups and downs. Life is cyclical and exponential. It's not linear. Linear is not, if you really look at it, linear. The only thing that's very linear is time, and that red time is somewhat like subjective and relative. But other than that, there's nothing linear in nature. Everything works on a pie, on the golden ratio, and it's not, as you can see, it's curved, cyclical. Life is cyclical. The seasons are cyclical. Everything that moves around us, our emotions are very cyclical. With time, so they go up like this. Everything spirals up or down. So don't ever think it's like this. Life does not work like that. So I'll see you guys soon. And You guys get a good workout and pray for your daily bread, and I'll talk to you soon. Take action, be intentional, and all right.